Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday everyone. It's so good to be back with you all this week. We are back for another edition of Training Tuesday, and this is our live training series in this group every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, unless I'm traveling or unless we're in a workshop week. So it's so good to see you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy to be here. Hey, Veronica, welcome. So good to see you all. So good to be live with you all. So good to have so many new people joining Marketing and Selling for Thought Leaders. I'm really excited. We're kicking off a new topic this week for our training series. It'll be a 3-week series on introvert selling. So many of you asked for this. Many of you said, oh my gosh, I want you to talk about like selling as an introvert, right? So welcome. A little technical difficulties. There we go. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Maria. Welcome. Okay, if you're here, please say hello. Please introduce yourself in the comments. If you're catching the replay, it's #replay. I want to know that you stopped by. I want to know that you came on over to one of the best Facebook groups in the land. So if you're seeing this over on my blog or over on my YouTube channel, join us, Marketing and Selling for Thought Leaders on Facebook. It is the group for coaches and consultants to learn how to sell their services and products just by being exactly who they are. So welcome, Lori. Welcome, Cynthia. Hey, Carla. Welcome. Okay, everyone, guess what? I am so excited. Your joyful marketing strategist is here, and I've really been doing a lot of thinking about my own process of how I fell in love with selling, how I fell in love with serving, how I fell in love with like being an introvert and being able to have the success that I've had in my business. And we're kicking off the training series. It'll be a 3-week series. So we're here every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Grab your pen, grab your paper. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Monique. Welcome. And we're really going to talk and dive deep about selling. And you guys, selling is really energy. Okay, this is what it is at its core, at its essence. It's what I teach in my world-class program called the Confident Expert Program. It is the energy you bring to it, right? And so that can be broken into little parts. And so today we are going to focus on the energy of your offer, what it is that you're offering. And, you know, let's be real. If you don't like doing it, it's hard to sell, right? Like that's just a real thing. And it doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you need fixed. It means you need to do a little soul searching. So I'm gonna be talking today in part 1 of this series is, would you even buy your own product or service? Okay, and guess what? If the answer is no, great. Let's go build something that you would buy. All right. If the answer is, we need to work on it. If the answer is, hell yeah, I'd buy that. It solves the problem. I'm happy with it. Like I would buy my own product or service. Great. Then we want to move forward with that. Okay. But if you don't get that joyful hell yes to that question, could everyone type that question in the chat? Would I buy my own product or service? It's time to look at some things, okay? It doesn't mean anything bad. It's just data. It's just information, all right? I have allergies today, really bad, all right? So I don't want you to judge yourself over it. Hey, Marion, okay? I don't want you to judge yourself about it, but we've got to do a little work, okay? So a little soul work, right? A little soul work in the offer. And I'm going to share some great examples with you today of tiny little tweaks. I met with my program students yesterday, and it was all about the energetics of what it is you're selling, and it could be one tiny thing that needs a tweak, a tiny little thing that would just skyrocket your results and the results of your clients. Okay, so let's start there. So everyone, here's the thing. All right, question number 1 is, does your service solve a problem? Number 1 rule in marketing: people buy because they have a perceived problem. Okay, it doesn't mean we beat them with the problem, but let's just go over. You see a new purse? Do you probably need it? Probably not. But why do you buy it? It's going to make you feel better. All right, it's going to look amazing when you go out on that date with your girlfriends, okay? People buy because of a perceived problem. So what is the problem that your product or service solves? And guys, you need to lead with problem, result, problem, result, problem, result, problem, result, problem, result. Okay? Got my magic wand, my marketing wand. Tanya sent me problem, result. Okay? Not that we make people feel shitty for having the problem. I'm not talking about that. That's guru crappy marketing. Okay, I'm talking about helping people understand where they are. Okay, so Janet says, yes, hers solves a problem. Janet, type the problem in. All right, so I want everyone right now to think about the main problem your offer or your product solves. Okay, I want you to type it in the comments. The main problem it solves is blank. All right, that's really important because we've got to solve a problem. All right, and it doesn't mean that the world's coming to an end, like none of that. All right, it's just, it needs to solve a problem. Okay, so for example, a retreat that I used to offer, okay, it solved the problem of giving women the time and space to work on their next project. All right, it had nothing to do with marketing. All right, another retreat that I'm bringing to the forefront, again, you guys will be hearing about it, is the Joy Money Retreat. That solves the problem of, where do I get my joy, and how is my joy and money connected, and how can I increase both? Right, and we're going to go to a beautiful location. All right. So your problem has to be so clear. All right. Kirsten says people feel stressed and need more fun and creativity. Okay. That's not the problem. This is where the messaging is so key. Okay. That's a cause of the problem. Okay. That's a cause of the problem. So this is why we spend a lot of time in my programs doing messaging work. All right. There's a difference between the problem, between the cause of the problem, and between the result. And the line is so thin and so blurred. Okay. Alicia says, not having a way to communicate with clients at will. All right. I wouldn't buy that. That does not solve my most urgent problem, which is what? What's the most urgent problem out of that, right? Reclaiming power that needs to be used to create okay, so is the problem they lost their power and the solution is they reclaim their power? Do you guys see? You have got to get on the same page here, okay? The problem is the problem. Many of you are proposing solutions. Many of you are doing fluffy kind of talking. Okay, the problem is I need a new purse. The problem is I can't sell my offer. The problem is I feel bored. The problem is I feel anxiety. The problem is I feel unattractive. The problem is my swimsuit doesn't fit. The problem is, you guys, make it simple. Simple is what sells. Okay, I want the problem. The problem is blank. All right, the problem is blank. All right, so you can see why people pay to come into my program, Because if your messaging is off, this shit ain't ever gonna sell. And guess what? I have to do it too. I got to work on my own messaging. Okay. I have something right now that I'm reworking. Okay. So that's number one. Does it solve a problem? And make sure that the problem is actually the problem. Not a solution, not an effect of the problem. The problem is the most pressing problem right now. Okay. All right. Point number 2 today. Okay. Are you in love with what you are selling? Okay, guys, this has to be like a hell yes, a joyful hell yes. Are you in love with what you're selling? Okay, I'm going to give you a great example. I used to do 6 months one-on-one coaching. I thought I loved it. Then I realized I don't love it. It's way too long. I don't want to work with people one-on-one that long, mainly because it's the energy that gets dragged out. Okay, so I moved it to 4 months one-on-one coaching. Didn't love it so much. All right, still wanted people to have faster results, quicker results. So now I have a VIP experience that's 2 months and I love it. I love it. Okay, I love working with a handful of one-on-one clients in that capacity. A quick 2 months in and out, and then they usually come into my program and they continue working on what we laid out for their strategy. Okay? So, are you in love with what you are selling? Because if you're not, that's really hard to sell, especially as an introvert, because we're very, most of us are very in tune with our emotions and with our feelings and with the feelings of others. Okay. And if one little thing is off, my mother used to call this like that little niggling feeling, that little annoying little feeling. If one little thing is off, it can prevent you from making an offer, from making a sale, from offering, from going live and talking about it like we learned last week in our workshop week. Okay. So are you in love with what you're selling? Okay, the product itself, okay? If that's a hell yes, then we have to look at the last question we're going to talk about today. Do you find joy in how you're delivering it? Okay, do you find joy in how you're delivering it? I'm going to tell you all a joy to unjoy and back to joy story. All right, so I offer a program called Joy Money Matrix. All right. And way back when, it was like a 3-day in-person program. And I loved it. You guys know I'm a live event person. I dominate that space. I teach people how to make money with live events. By the way, live events are coming back. So get ready, because I'm getting ready to host a slew of them. If any of you want to come play at a live event, they're coming. Okay. So, I used to host this live event called Joy Money Matrix. Janet has experienced it. All right. And then I moved to Costa Rica, and there was no way I could travel back and forth the amount of travel that was needed. And, so I brought it online and I made it a 2-day virtual event. Okay. And I've done it that way off and on for years, the last couple years, okay? What I realized in the last month or 2 months, okay, is as awesome as it solves a problem, it gets people result, people rave about it like Janet, they talk about it, they get their friends to come to it, all of these things for Joy Money Matrix. What I realized was I'm not loving sitting in front of my computer for 2 full days to deliver this experience, okay? So they love it. They get the results no matter how it's delivered, but how I'm delivering it isn't bringing me the most joy it can bring. So I've been sitting with that and I've been saying, okay, so what are you going to do with this then? Right? The program gets a result. It does solve a problem. All right. And I love the program, just not its delivery. So the last few days I've had some coffee dates with my business. I'm having the last virtual one in June for a while. And guess what? I'm bringing it back to live event once a quarter in a beautiful Airbnb where we have like an intimate girls gathering, and we talk about joy and we talk about money and we share beautiful meals and experiences with each other, and we dive deep into the joy money matrix. And I'm really excited about it again, right? Like, I'm really excited about doing this work in person with people again. So, do you find joy in how you are delivering the product? Okay, that's really, really important. All right, because if the joy isn't there, it's hard to sell it. All right, so what I want everyone to take away today is the 3 questions. What is the problem that your product or service solves? Are you in love with what you are selling in its current capacity? And if not, or maybe even if so, how can you fall deeper in love with it, right? Do you find joy in how you are delivering it? All right, and Janet's made a great distinction. Janet's in the Confident Expert program. She's in love with delivering the product, yes, but the messaging she's still working on, okay? Alicia, perfect point. It's also new. I don't know if I will enjoy it. Guess what? We all got to start there, right? When we make a pivot or when we come up with a new offer or we try a new way of delivering something, we won't know. I thought I loved Joy Money Matrix virtual. And I did for many years, but I've swung back now. And I'm bringing it back live once a quarter. And I'm super excited about it, okay? So you're right, Alicia. Sometimes we just don't know. We just don't know if we're going to like it. And that's why we have to try it and try it and try it and make little tweaks along the way, okay? So everyone, guess what? We've got 2 more videos on 2 more Training Tuesdays in this series, the Introvert Selling series. We're going to be looking way deep at all of these kinds of things, all right? Thank you, Janet. I am very true to my joy, all right? And tuned into it, okay? And I want to tell you all something. We have another amazing free workshop coming up. It kicks off June 8th. It's the Confident Marketing Workshop. Some of you have been through it. Some of you, it'll be brand new content for you. It's a week-long workshop, and we get down and dirty with your magnetic offer, your messaging. We look at how to sell it, how to come from this place of feminine energy and sales. And we look at your content personality and how we're going to market it. It is going to be a fantastic week. You're going to want to grab your seat, mshannonhernandez.com/confidentmarketingws. All right. Grab your seat. We kick off June 8th. You'll get all the dates. All right. You'll get all the times to put into your calendar. And we're going to be having that workshop right in this group. Mid-June, summer fun, summer sun and fun, and just having a blast together. So grab your seat, mshannonhernandez.com/confidentmarketingws. And I will see you back here next week for part 2 of our Introvert Selling series, where we are going to look at another aspect to help you fall in love with selling, introvert, extrovert, and everyone in between. Okay, everyone, thanks for joining me today. Adios.